Mom, the Christmas cookies are ready. Leave them right here under the tree for...
For Santa or for CIBC Caribbean?
'Tis the season for dreams to come true. Whether it's a house, land, vehicle, or upgrading your home, CIBC Caribbean can support your dreams with the financing you need. Enjoy incredible cashback deals with mortgages and land loans. Plus, your approved loan gives you a chance to win up to US $5,000. Apply now at www.cibccaribbean.com/sweeten the season. Terms and conditions apply.
Here are your Hotspurs Value Mart IGA specials.
Running November 13 to November 26.
Now, our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Essential Everyday Disposable Containers, just $15.99. Orville Red and Barker Microwave Popcorn, $10.99. Blue Bunny Ice Cream is just $22.99. Downy Fabric Softener, $24.99. Gain Liquid Laundry Detergent, $26.99. Renews It Air Freshener is just $7.49. And now, our very low weekly
Value deals. Essential Everyday Barbecue Sauce, $7.99. IGN Essential Everyday Cereals, $9.99. Essential Everyday Spray Cooking Oils, $9.99. IGA Essential Everyday Chunk Light Tuna, Water and Oil, $3.49. White Rain Shampoo and Conditioner, $5.49. The Colgate Toothpaste, $7.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart.
If you need protection, you need one who you can trust. To secure your investment, you need one who'll do you just. TDC Insurance, you're the one that you can trust. TDC Insurance, you're always safe with us.
TDC Insurance is your go-to insurance company for all your insurance needs. We take pride in offering you the best solutions and ensuring our customers are fully satisfied. TDC Insurance, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind.
You're always safe with us.
Good morning and good morning. It's just about 4 minutes after the hour of 8. Welcome to today's edition of Island Tea. It is the 25th day of November 2025. Here on today's episode, just to remind you, we are being simulcast on TVC Channel 40, Facebook as well as YouTube. We're on your FM dial at 98.9. If you wish to join in on the conversation or bring something pressing to the fore, our numbers are... Our local number, I'll start with that first, 466-0989 in the U.S., 1-305-921-4619. Our second number, 1-718-285-6984, or our number in the UK, 0333-440065. To all our regular listeners at home and abroad, thank you for tuning in. Once again, a pleasant good morning. I hope you intend to have a fantastic Tuesday. Just to remind you, it's Tuesday, so we know today at 8:30 to 9 a.m. it's Weekly Dose, and today's topic is alcohol and the human body. I think This topic couldn't have come at a perfect time. I know it's celebration time in the Federation. I know we normally enjoy our drinks when we party, but we need to drink in moderation. So, once again, today's topic, alcohol in the human body, what you need to know. At 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., we'll have the Chamber of Industry and Commerce in studio. And at 9:45 to 10 a.m., we will have the CFBC, that's our number one tertiary educating body in the Federation, and they'll be talking about their Giving Tuesday gathering. So stay tuned for all of these items that we have today on our agenda here at Island Tea. Quint, good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. And we have a caller right off the bat.
Caller, good morning. You're live on Island Tea.
Hi, good morning, Hortensia, and good morning, Quinn. Essential behind the scenes, very essential.
Good day.
I like when you're behind the scenes and you can weigh in on the matters at hand. I'm just reached down by the Port Sante, and there are 4 ships in the town, so we welcome that.
Yeah.
As the season has started and we try to bolster our economies, our spending power, as we count down the days to Christmas and Carnival. Quint,
Yes.
Hortensia,
Mm-hmm.
as information continues to trickle in, I said trickle, pertaining to the SSC, there are some more information because I think there was a question and answer forum maybe with Oliver Jensen and the Nevis public and the wider field. And according to the snippets that I've gotten and garnered, it seems like this thing was in the makings for a duration of time, maybe 36 months or more. And if I can count back from 2025, the 3 years that which 36 months will accumulate to, the questions and the propaganda and the rumor and the hearsay and the speculations, they was correct. We were correct all the time. And the lady who asked the question to Premier Matt Bentley quite a while ago, and even when our Attorney General was asked questions and he was denying it, there was more in the matter than the pestle. And we, the general public, we're not going to love this thing today because there's too much at stake when it comes to that. They say when your neighbor's house on fire, wet yours. But Nevis is not a neighbor to us now. Nevis is a part of us.
Yeah.
The neighboring islands, because we are a federation, the neighboring islands might be those are further afield, like St. Martin and Antigua and so forth. But because we share one ancestry, one bloodline, there's so many commonality within us that a Nevision cannot say to me, and I cannot say to a Nevision, stay out of my business. Because your business is my business and my business is your business in terms of solidarity. So according to the man, Oliver Jensen, and I have not gotten, and I want to say good morning to Mr. McMahon, he would do his thorough research, and he would present things to this forum, to this radio program, things that you and I may not have privy to prior because of maybe the time constraint. Mr. McMahon will bring it. So any one of you, not restricted to Mr. McMahon, who have that information, let us get more, let us extrapolate from it, and let us make sense of what he's trying to say. I heard that he tried to evade a pertinent question as to what if the government defaulter, as opposed to what if Destiny defaulters? What would be the disparity in terms of what would be owed to the investor or investors as opposed to what it would be owed to the government? And I sense something in the law that the Attorney General, the allegation that the Attorney General was fed this jurisprudent piece of legislation, not crafted on his own volition, not crafted on the logic of jurisprudence to have brought this so that it would have been criticized by other persons in that circle, like the Bar Association and the KC. It speaks and it spells that our Prime Minister, the Premier, and our Attorney General was given something to pass on to the people. And we, the people, we will not accept it. We have come from too far to accept this. So I just wanted to bring that to the fore before I go under my duties.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks for listening.
Okay,
thanks for your input, and you have brought a lot food for thought.
But why is it nobody wants to answer that particular question, though, Quint? Because our side is not answering it, and he's not answering it. But it seems like we stand to lose a lot.
But the fact that they're not answering it is an answer in itself. That something is really, really wrong. We might not be able to put our fingers on it to pinpoint it, but when our leaders themselves can't answer pertinent questions, then
We're to worry.
yeah, we are.
Because it's a no answer is an answer, right?
Yes.
But this is what they don't want. They don't want us speculating that we are going to pay more than they are going to
But
pay to us.
I hope that in the future, it might not happen, but I hope in the future these leaders understand that they can't just go and do things behind our backs and then come and tell
for the
us.
ones that are coming up, because these
Yeah.
ones aren't going to be around forever.
Yeah. Hello, caller.
Good morning, Quint. Good morning, Cortesia.
Good
Yes,
morning.
good day.
Good morning to all the customary listeners. This is
Have
the
you
voice of Winston Welcome.
have you been able to make any proceeds into who stole your stuff?
Well, yes, but I could tell you there was a report was done. The Tabernacle Police Station has the jurisdiction in my area and beyond. Federation is divided up into inspectors. So between Bastia and Kayan, and that's a jurisdiction of our inspector, and then moving on there is another inspector from Tabernacle moving forward. A complaint was launched, and the officer did came out to her. But the thing is, it was mishandled and it was not handled properly. I'm not going to call names, but the officer that came and witnessed what he was speaking about done a poorly job. And if that was not his portfolio, he should have called the crime scene unit. And the reason why I could say that is because I got advice from a higher up, but not in this jurisdiction. So I don't know what the officer did. Moving forward, should have report to the superior of what he saw, what he seen. But it's still in a primary stage, and the only thing that is so it is alleged. Some of the buyers who buy are speaking, and they're pointing their finger at the actual perpetrator.
Well,
And
that's good
I
news.
think all who are listening and who have heard the announcement, I already got a broadcast on Straight Talk last night, and Banky show, everything agriculture, and Banky and Safari, and Island Tea, all close to my heart. Wonderful family. But I will say no more on that for now, because I respect the time. Moving forward, I listened a part of the interview with Oliver Johnson on Banky last night, and the Nevis people have heard, and the people have heard, this is not good for us. It's not even a matter of curiosity now. We just don't need that. It's too much negative in the mix, and we should just all forget about it. Repeal, retract, and let us go back to where we were as if nothing happened. And you know who our Judases are, because they are any Judases, and they are worse than the Judas that we heard of that story with Jesus. Because Judas itself in Jesus' time was pain. He could not have avoided that order these people who are selling us out right now, they know what they are doing. And I'm not going to say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they have done. They know what they have done. And for that reason, like I said, treason and the penalty for treason in that vein, the penalty is death. And if I be the leader, if I be that, that's the consequences, not exile. So they are pushing for this thing to happen. We don't need the SD zone, and what is the intervention for that to become function? We don't want no food. We don't want no money. We live humble from beginning, and if we have to continue it to the end, our land is for our future. It is our money. It is our status. And for that reason, no to the yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, time. I will come again.
Okay then, take care. We have another caller. Hello. Oh, we lost that. Do feel free to call back. The time is 60 minutes after the hour. Yeah. Anything on your mind, Hortensia?
No, I don't have anything. I was just listening to what he was saying. I wasn't feeling my best last night. Still not doing so well today. So I didn't get a chance to listen to anything. So
Okay.
I am not afraid.
I'm going to play a little clip that speaks to some islands in the Caribbean trying to form a bond and unite and relinquish borders. So here we go.
Barbados, Belize, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines quietly opened their borders to their citizens. No work permit required. This idea of a unified Caribbean has been the holy grail of the Caribbean community, or CARICOM. But for more than 5 decades, it's been more about politics than practice.
Nationals of Barbados, Dominica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Belize will be able to move among these states on an indefinite basis.
For years, Caribbean economies have prioritized foreign residents and tourists, competing for foreign workers and digital nomads. But for the first time, 4 nations are saying we're putting our own citizens first. The wealthier countries, Barbados and Trinidad, feared a major influx from migrants from the poorer nations in CARICOM, whereas the smaller economies were afraid of losing their talent to these bigger, wealthier countries in the region. And underneath it all, there's also pride and rivalry. One Caribbean sounds great on paper, but each of these countries have distinct identities and cultures. On the other hand, the Eastern Caribbean runs a mini union, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, small island nations that have full freedom of movement, and they've had it for over a decade. What's happening now is that idea is spilling into CARICOM. So what does this new agreement between Barbados, Belize, Dominica, and St. Vincent really mean? Citizens of these 4 nations not only can move, live, and study across each other's shores, but they also have the right to access emergency and primary health care, as well as secondary education, just like the locals. Let's face it, for years, Americans, Canadians, and even European nationals have had an easier time of island hopping or living anywhere in the Caribbean than Caribbean citizens themselves. The new agreement with Barbados, Belize, Dominica, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines is essentially changing that colonial narrative. Each of them brings a different reason for signing up. Barbados is politically stable, service-driven, but its prime minister says it needs people to keep its economy going. It's about labor and mobility of that labor.
Yeah, so let's hope that more. I know recently St. Kitts, Montserrat, I think it is, and Antigua, and some other island did something by way of unification, but I don't know the real details of it. But it is good to see that our islands are thinking of, linking and making it easier for individuals to cross borders and that kind of stuff.
So are they just opening for those countries that are mentioned, citizens from those countries?
Yeah, it seems so.
So
it seems for the
if you
others,
don't open,
you would have to sign on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you would have to get to whatever body it is and agree to sign on and become a part of it. That is what I assume.
I didn't hear Guyana, so I was wondering, because I know a lot of Guyanese folks used to work in Barbados, but once oil opened up, everybody moved back. That the Prime Minister even mentioned that the skilled workers that they had, the Guyanese skilled workers, everybody went back home once the oil boom happened. But prior to that, they were having a hard time.
Yeah.
So nobody's going to stay where they're having a hard time once something big open up. You're going to go
Definitely
back
not. Yeah.
from whence you come at. But that's good to hear. We have to hope now. Yeah, they're looking for skilled individuals, but for every person that may go, are they going to be skilled?
Well,
what is the vetting process?
With this recent agreement that we just heard, it's not just about the skilled workers; it's about anybody. So.
You really think they want anybody?
Well, that is what it seems. And
that's the whole point.
That is the way it really should be.
Yeah.
Because, for instance, I remember when I was quite young, people used to island hop. It was easy because flights were cheaper. I don't know. It seemed as if the government put on some heavy taxation, caused the price to go up high, and people can't travel between islands. People used to go to shop on certain islands in the Caribbean when St. Kitts didn't have certain things, and other places apart from St. Martin had certain goods and so forth. You'd go to those islands and get them and come back. People went to Trinidad and Tobago to shop and so forth. So hello caller. So I don't know. Let's hope. I would hope that the U.S. vacates our proximity sooner than later without any skirmish, and give us the freedom to really, with Guyana discovering oil, Venezuela having oil, maybe the leader of Trinidad and Tobago can find her senses and we negotiate a deal with Venezuela, so that pipeline could be back in place.
You think he wants to renegotiate any deal? I see the opposition, they said if she accepts the peace price, she's going to be considered a traitor. I never see more. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Yes, good morning to you guys and good morning to the listeners.
Morning.
Yes, I want to put my plea again to empathize with the gentleman who is reporting his items and alleged being stolen and missing. And I just hope that he can recover some of his hard work in terms of his items that he had there and sink it somewhere. I wish him the best, and I hope that he can, get things resolved. Anyway, back to the SSC and this proposed Destiny project. I keep chiming in every time I get the opportunity to lend my voice to the opposition of that project coming proposed to come on Nevis. There was another discussion yesterday on the Banky and Yasantu Farai over there in Nevis, and we thank them for doing their diligence and bringing the information to the public. Definitely, what I want to say is that it appears that our leaders have been lying to us, the citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. We can remember that town hall meeting back in Gingerland, Nevis, when that lady stood up and asked the premier about this issue. She had information firsthand because I think she stated that she has land in that area.
Yeah.
And persons were being called on her, so she couldn't speak firsthand to the information that she was privy to at that time. But the response that we got from the premier was not forthcoming at all, and one can term that to be a big fat lie.
Not forthcoming? I mean, he said it was all rumors.
Yes, and I'm pointing directly to that. That's the word I want to point to, and I want to agree with you, Quinn. So the question I'm asking the public this morning is, at that time, when we look at the timetable, it seems like the premier had the information already, and he insists on, bringing the information forth. He put that back and spin it back off and say rumor. And I'm just asking the question: is it still a rumor? If it was a rumor then, is it still a rumor now? And right now, it's the battle of the words. And we know that these gentlemen are very tactical with their words, and we should not let them fool us at all. If we are so against that Destiny project, we should speak up against it as much as we can. And we need the national mobilization. I know you said that you're going to have a guest in the studio. Is that the Chamber of Industry and Commerce?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I hope that they can chime in on this because, I mean, I don't know what their agenda is this morning, but it would feel like to me it's the first public appearance that I'm going to. They made a statement. They put out a statement in regard to the SSD law. And, you know, I don't know if they touched on the Destiny Project, but I know they addressed the SSD law. I hope we can get them to expand on that this morning as they make their appearance here. And I want to thank them for putting up that statement against the law per se. And I want to thank all the people who has been speaking up against this situation. And I just want to say to the Nevis people, stand firm and protect your lands for the next generation. And once we lose those lands, we will never get them back. There's no way, and it's not easy. As I hear the guy Johnson spoke yesterday, he's trying to say that persons in the Federation will have the opportunity to buy into the project. But we know how it is. They're going to get those lands at a certain price, and when it's time to resell, in terms of buying into that area, the price is going to more than likely be out of reach for the locals.
Yeah.
And we have to pay attention and do not let these guys use those manipulative words against us and try to convince us to come on their side with this project. The project is not, we can't see down the road and we can't see the future. And that's the scary part. I wish I had a magic wand so I can wave that project in right now and let's see what the ramifications will be. But going forward, I want to say to the people, continue pushing forward and continue speaking up against it. And we need that unity to stop that Destiny Project on Nevis. Money only is going to flow into certain people's hands, just like when we went through 43 years of the CBI program. And we cannot allow our leaders to keep doing us that, the common working class people. The money needs to be trickling down to us. If that project is so good for Nevis and the Federation, why is only one realtor company acting as a go-between the landowners over there and the developers to come? And there's a lot of conflict of interest in that situation. And the Prime Minister, he needs to speak up against it as the Prime Minister of the Federation of Sinkers and Nevis. We, the citizens of Nevis and Sinkers, we cannot allow three persons, the Premier, the Prime Minister, and the AG, to have our country deadlocked like this. This is the Federation of Sinkers and Nevis. The citizens need to reap the fruits of our citizenship. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thanks for your input. Well, the doc is already here, so might as well take that break. By the time it's finished, we should be into weekly dose.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
The clock is ticking. It's Hartsford's Building and Nevis Centers and Builders Paradise Christmas Countdown Sale. This Thursday, December 18 to that day, December 20. Enjoy 30% off store-wide all weekend. Plus 12% VAT on that day, Saturday, December 20 on everything you need before the holidays. Don't wait. Time is running out to save big before Christmas Day. Build with us at Hartsford's Building and Nevis Centers and get everyday low prices at Builders Paradise.
Here comes the Mega Ball. You could win more with the Mega Ball. Pick 3 and pick 4 and you could get all.
Yes, playing Pick 3 and Pick 4 with the Caribbean Lottery just got more rewarding. Now you can win more with the Mega Ball. For just an extra $1, increase your winnings by $1,000 with the Pick 3 and a big $10,000 with the Pick 4. Don't wait, play today. Play Pick 3 and Pick 4 with the Mega Ball at Caribbean Lottery agents island-wide.
You ready to win a little extra? Then get on the ball.
Must be 21 and over to play.
This Christmas, add postpaid for a festive win-win. We're gifting you a 50-inch smart TV or a $400 Amazon gift card. When you add a Flow postpaid mobile plan to your home internet, you can celebrate the most wonderful time of the year with a big screen or big shopping. Let us upsize your TV or clear your Amazon cart. Either way, you come out on top. Add postpaid to internet today for your festive win-win. Visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply.
'Tis the season for dreams to come true. There's Santa for the kids and CIBC Caribbean for you. Whether it's a house, land, vehicle, or upgrading your home, CIBC Caribbean can support your dreams with the financing you need. Enjoy incredible cashback deals with mortgages and land loans. Plus, your approved loan gives you a chance to win up to US $5,000. Apply now at www.cibccaribbean.com/sweeten the season. Terms and conditions apply.
And we're back on Island Tea, just about 31 minutes after the hour of 8. And as mentioned earlier, at this time, it's time for a weekly dose. So good morning and welcome back to Weekly Dose Live. Today we're diving into an issue that affects almost every household, and I know this to be true: alcohol. Socially, it's everywhere: parties, celebration, family gatherings. But what exactly happens to your body and brain when you drink? And why does alcohol make you say or do things you'd normally do? So joining me once again is our trusted medical expert. See, she's already chuckling. Consultant General Surgeon Dr. Natalie Osborne. Good morning, Doc. Welcome back to the studio.
Good morning. Always a pleasure. It's an important topic because we know alcohol not only just affects your liver, it affects your hormones, your judgment, cadentia,
everything,
your relationships, and even your long-term health. I hope Quint is listening with us too.
I don't think Quint indulge in those things.
No. He's a very serious gentleman.
I don't even know how a beer tastes.
Oh, that's good to hear.
That's what I like. So it's good to be back with you guys, and I think this topic is timely because you know what season we're entering in.
Party hard season, Carnivale. Don't get me, people, but it's the truth. So let's start with the basics, Doc. When someone takes a drink, what happens?
Okay. So that's a great question. What happens? The alcohol is rapidly absorbed into your system. So you swallow that alcohol, is absorbed into your stomach, right? Then it goes through your small intestines and it gets into your blood, all right? And it travels to all of your organs.
Wow.
So here's what happens. The liver. The liver has to work overtime to break down this alcohol. At least one drink takes about an hour for it to process throughout the body, okay? And then heavy drinking overwhelms the liver, and you know that leads to things like fatty liver, hepatitis, and eventually, if continued and a person abuses alcohol, we know of persons who have what we call liver failure as a result of cirrhosis. You've heard of that, where the liver, the tissues, the cells start dying and become scarred off, and so you have that rough, lumpy, bumpy liver, and the cells are not able to function as is. All right, so that's what ultimately happens. So then the alcohol can affect, of course, the heart. We don't think about the heart. The only thing we think about is the liver. But it increases your heart rate and increases your blood pressure. And so long-term use of alcohol, what can it lead to? Arrhythmia, like your heart is beating abnormal, and it can lead to heart failure. So we don't want that for our people. What about the stomach? We know that alcohol affects the stomach. We've heard of young persons and individuals binge drinking, and we have these drinking games and stuff. What happens? Then the lining of the stomach becomes irritated and damaged, like an alcohol-induced gastritis, is inflammation. These persons can start vomiting, of course, and sometimes they panic because they vomit up blood because of the irritation going on there to the stomach, okay? And it affects your blood sugar to persons, especially if they're diabetic. It can drop off your blood sugar significantly and lead to diabetic problems like diabetic comas, okay? So we have to be careful because alcohol does affect quite a lot.
Wow. So even moderate drinking has immediate effects.
So absolutely, we know that. Your inhibition, things like that. And we know that the more you drink, the more effect it has on your body. Because most of the times, once persons start drinking, of course, they tend not to stop at just one.
Yeah, because it tastes good. Well, according.
I don't know if it tastes
according
that
to the
good.
drink. No, but it has to be something why they keep going, because if you start at one and you just keep going as we see some
I
people
heard it's
do.
an acquired taste.
Okay.
Because most of the time it's not. I'll give you a quick little story, anecdote. I think my great uncle, this is years ago when I was a child, he came to a funeral in Keon and he came down to visit us in the alley. And he had a beer. And I think I remember saying, Uncle, let me taste it. And that thing tasted terrible. And I guess it was warm as well. I spit that out. I said, this is something that people actually drink. And this is not something that I have ever.
Yeah, beer is off.
Yes.
Yeah. I was wondering that, but I didn't think so, but I wasn't sure.
You were wondering what?
If you drank.
No, I'm not no. I'm going to give you all a story about me. And this is my almost end of year story, so you have a little insight about me. Very early on, I was a person who learned from others. You know, sometimes you have to learn from others' mistakes, and I see things. I remember, and this is a little insight to who I am. And I saw my parents, none of them studied, they weren't educated. And they had quite a bit of children. Together we were 8 children, right? And I said, I didn't want that for myself. So I'll give you a quick story when I decide I would never touch alcohol. So it's a Christmas season. Do you remember those bottle of wines that we called cake wines? And I'm letting myself out now. My parents were not around, and I think they went out or whatever, and I was about 13 or so. And so I took up one of those. They had it in that little cabinet that everybody had with your chinawares and stuff, and I drank about half of the bottle, right? When I was done, I threw water in it. I remember
to make it back.
To make it back up. So it was that cake wine, and I'm so embarrassed now. And I remember feeling woozy and kind of dizzy, like, and I lay down on the sofa that was there. And I said, I don't like this feeling at all. And I said, I would never do that, because I was kind of an out-of-body experience. I'm so embarrassed now that I've said the story. And I decided I would never, ever again touch alcohol. And it has never been appealing to me. I just was wondering why everybody was interested in this, that wine. We used to call it the cake wine. That cheap bottle of wine that we had. I felt so out of sorts. I said, never me again.
I, as a young child, had an experience almost similar to yours.
Yeah.
But, I remember I got, those coconut cheese that, when a coconut cheese has a lot of coconuts and they get it, the broom. I got some of those from my great aunt because, I think I was about maybe 7 or so years old, and she had gone out. And there were some big men there, and they were drinking Hammond.
I figured it was Hammond.
And they knew I was small, so they gave me a little in a stopper cola. And I remember thinking the same thing. This is what people enjoy, because it burnt my throat. And even from that little, I was staggering by the time my great aunt came home.
So
and
you
she
get
gave
next
me
to the broom.
two-yard broom.
I remember you would get with those things.
I remember thinking, not me ever again.
Yes, so that was my experience. So
Okay. So we were talking about the immediate effects. So alcohol and brain. So it messes with your memory, your judgment.
Of course.
All of those things. Okay. So most of the stories we hear about alcohol involve poor decision, fights. Oh my gosh. I see them constantly at the ferry terminal. Yes, you can get me because y'all put them out there for me to see. Accidents, texting someone. Why?
Well, of course, we know that alcohol depresses the frontal lobe, and that is one very important area. That area is like the CEO of your brain. So it's responsible for judgment, decision-making cadentia, self-control, planning, problem solving. And so if the CEO is not functioning well, how is the organization going to be executed well and stuff? So decision making is important. And so this is why we have to, because then our judgment And we think that nothing is wrong, and we
Yeah.
take risks that we wouldn't normally make. All right? So you want to think of that. It's very important. Decision making. You do something or you go somewhere where you normally wouldn't, and hence the end result. I saw this story, and I hate to bring up these things. Most women will love these crime shows. I remember this young lady, they were telling us a TV crime show I was looking at, and ultimately the young lady lost her life. What happened? She went out partying with her friends, and of course everybody thinks that you must drink to have a good time. And she was so intoxicated, she came home staggering, and there was a guard, a security guard in her building, so you had to be buzzed in and whatever. He was working in the building, and when he saw that she was inebriated and she lacked judgment and she was staggering, he acted as if he was about to help her, took her to her room, he was watching her, things like that. Ultimately, he was the one who caused her demise, because what, she was inhibited, and he thought to take advantage of her, and one thing led to another while trying to sexually abuse her, and he wondered what he's going to do afterwards. And you know, some of these decisions are made in the spur of the moment. And I always said he is guilty, of course, because he should not have harmed that girl. But if she wasn't inebriated at that point, she would have been in a different position. So the choices that we make when we consume alcohol can alter our life significantly.
Oh boy. So why is it people drink and think, I'm fine to drive, when clearly they are not?
Because alcohol tricks you into thinking that you're okay. Your reaction time changes, your judgment, but you get so quote unquote relaxed, and you're high on this kind of new exuberance and stuff, and you think that you're invincible. But at that time, you can be severely impaired.
Let's talk about inhibitions. Why does alcohol make people bolder, louder, or more emotional? And I see this all the time.
Yes, there's a center in the brain that's called the amygdala and the limbic system. It's found in the hippocampus. These are big words. Anyhow, these areas help to regulate emotions and our impulses. So what happens when we consume lots of alcohol? It lowers social inhibition. You know that, Cartensia. All of a sudden, the shy person is now talking and out there and laughing and smiling a little bit more than they normally would. It increases your confidence, or this give you this false sense of confidence. You're emboldened. So you're at a bar and you're with your girls and you're laughing and talking, and they dare you to go up and speak to this guy, and of course you feel that you can do that. And your emotions become exaggerated. If you're laughing, you laugh even louder. If you're emotional, if you're crying, you cry even louder. And everything is exaggerated, and you start to overshare things about your life that you wouldn't normally do. And so it increases risky behavior. It impairs impulse control. That is why people start all these fights at bars. For little things, you're drinking too much, somebody brushes past you, and you say they touch you too roughly, and it creates this atmosphere. And it removes this, what we call, filter between your thoughts and actions. Like you have no filter. These persons start talking out of turn. Like a person will say, why do I become so angry when I'm drinking? But when you're sober, you can control some of your emotions. But because of the alcohol, you become so inhibited, and some of your true quote-unquote nature, and unmask some of the qualities that a person may have.
Okay.
You have a caller.
Okay, caller, go ahead. You're live on Weekly Dose.
Good morning to everybody, and greetings once more in Jesus Christ's name.
Good morning.
Now, yes, people have to be very careful about the use of alcohol, because not only does it result in health issues, but you also have to remember the accidents it causes on the roads and that sort of stuff. The people do things and end up getting arrested by it and all those sort of stuff. So, yes, people have to be very careful about the alcoholic intake, and people should know their limits and stay within the limits of the alcoholic consumption. Secondly, with a light-hearted moment, I have heard the doctor experience with her alcohol with her alcohol account. Let me put it, account. I have heard Quint with his as well, but there's another person whose experience is missing, and I wonder if she would be able to share a little with us as well.
I hope Greg is looking to see. I'm shaking my head. No.
Well, Greg, do you have an experience? Do you have an experience yourself? Have you ever?
Many.
Okay.
Many.
That is surprising, knowing that you're
Yeah.
Christian.
Yeah, man. I am one of those who do not believe that drinking alcohol is a sin.
Okay.
But rather the drunkenness is sinful. But I do drink my alcoholic beverages. But I would like to ask the doctor an interesting question though. Just a little light-hearted question. You say you don't drink alcohol. What about like eating cake and so? Do you do that?
Who wants to know if you eat fruit cake?
Yeah,
But the cake is not over the top.
I would eat that from time to time. You know, that's our cultural thing in the season too. You may have a slice of fruit cake. Yeah, but I'm not a.
Rum cake.
Yes, yeah, but I don't like it when it's heavily laden with alcohol. You can smell it. You can smell it quite
Leave
well.
that
too.
cake over there.
Yeah.
Same with me. Yeah.
All right, Greg.
Okay,
Yeah,
Greg.
that will make sense. So you're acquainted. I do drink alcoholic beverages.
Thank you.
Man. Thank
Okay,
you.
all right. All the best to you. Thanks for listening
Thanks.
always.
All right, so we will continue.
We have another caller.
Okay, caller, go ahead. You're live on Weekly Dose.
Good day.
Good day.
I was just wondering, we've seen articles on the benefits of things like having a glass of red wine, you know. So I'm wondering, when is it okay to imbibe alcohol? Is one beer on a Friday afternoon okay, but 2 or 3 isn't? Right? And what exactly does excessive alcohol drinking do? I mean, we've heard so many instances where it leads to liver damage. Is that the usual case, or there are other things involved that alcohol does to the body that the body cannot take? And lastly, as an aside, doctor, what do you have against eating chicken? You might not recall, but
And that's it?
Recall, but
Okay, let's.
yeah, that's it.
All right, caller. Thank you.
All right. We were talking about what. If I don't know if the listener just got it on. We were talking about what some of the things that excessive alcohol does. We spoke about its effects on the brain. We spoke about decreasing inhibitions, all the things that can happen, and your judgment changing. Persons can get into fights. Persons can get involved in things that you normally wouldn't do, and the domestic violences and all these events occur usually associated with alcohol. We talk about its damage on its liver, of course, that is well documented, the liver cirrhosis. Persons have a terrible death under those conditions of having a failed liver. And that can be the end stage of persons who consume quite a lot of alcohol over a long period of time. We spoke about the effects on organs like the heart, leading to the brain. You can increase your risk of having strokes as well too. It increases your risk of having heart abnormalities in terms of how the heart muscle functions, leading to heart failure. We talk about the damages that it causes to organs like your stomach. Persons, it is increasingly important, and it creates a lot of risk factors associated with different cancers. We talk about cancer of the throat, cancers of the mouth. We talk about cancers. Liver cancer is a risk factor, pancreatic cancer. So alcohol has a lot of effects as well too. All right.
All right. So, what are some of the dangers people may not think about?
We know that accidents, 60% of accidents that are fatal, crashes and stuff involve some level of alcohol. I think one of the previous caller mentioned that. Falls and injuries. We know that how it affects the brain and your balance. Persons, you fall down more. We see patients all the time come to emergency room. They've fallen down after they've consumed quite a bit of alcohol. They have a laceration, cuts open their head. We have to do CT scan to make sure that they don't have a brain bleed, things like that. They get into fights. Some of the worst traumatic injuries, persons start chopping on each other with machetes and knives and stuff. It involves some sort of alcohol uses. So we know that violence and domestic disputes increase when alcohol is involved. There's heightened emotions and lowered control. Unsafe sex decisions. Most we know about, Quint, you should know this, in St. Kitts, most of the babies we talk about born in September, you know that story because of the carnival period. Yes, so you know, unsafe sexual decision, that can lead to pregnancies, unwanted pregnancies, unplanned pregnancies, and sexually transmitted infections, because normally if you're sound of mind, you wouldn't get involved with some of these things. Persons are coming with what we call this blackout because they've consumed so much alcohol, so they do not remember what happened the day before, the night before. Hence, that increases a young woman's risk of being assaulted. We spoke about the case that I saw, the crime story, that the young lady lost her life as a result of having associated alcohol on board. So now you're out and you're drinking, and then you're abused sexually, and the next day you're unaware of what happened. You can't give a clear story to the authorities, and you're unsure. So we have to be very careful. And of course, we can have alcohol poisoning because of the binge drinking, and of course, we know all of the problems that come with that.
Okay, so things can go wrong very quickly.
We know they can go extremely wrong. Okay, one night of drinking heavily, Quint, can change a person's life forever. You can lose your life, you can kill someone in a motor vehicle accident, and of course you can become pregnant, things like that, or have become HIV positive because you made such a decision that you would not have normally done without the excess alcohol on board.
Okay, we know that what does long-term heavy drinking lead to?
Chronic liver disease, we've mentioned that. Pancreatitis, we know that structure, that organ that we have there deep in our tummy, that's called the pancreas. It's responsible for releasing a lot of these hormones. One of the most common one is insulin to regulate our blood sugar. You can have destruction to the pancreas and the pancreatic cells, leading to chronic pancreatitis, things like diabetes, leading to failure of the pancreas. And we all need our pancreas, of course. Chronic pancreatic pain, high blood pressure. We don't want that. Strokes, we don't want that. Our immune system is weakened because if we abuse alcohol over time, of course, we know that. We spoke about our mental health issues. It worsens anxiety and your depression. Sexual dysfunction. Of course, you think that it gives you confidence, so you go over and talk to the girl, but then when you get going, or you need to get going, you're having difficulty having an erection because of the alcohol consumption. Relationships break down because of alcohol. Domestic abuse, we know that. Financial stress. You start making poor decisions. You go to the that casino, and you start making rash decisions, and you bet more than you can, and then you have these problems. And so it is not just a social drink. In excess, it's a toxin to the body. So we want to make sure we remember that. And the cancers that more and more we're realizing has association with alcohol. Breast cancer, you wouldn't think about that. And we know we have an increase of breast cancer, colon cancer as well too.
Alcohol. Wow.
Stomach cancer, esophageal cancer. It's almost always, that food pipe, once you have that, is almost always associated with persons who have consumed large amount of alcohol.
Wow. Well, we just had a caller that asks, but people always ask, how much is safe?
Yes, I know the caller was talking, and I purposefully left that home because I know we were going to get to this. So how much is really safe? The guideline can vary, but in general, they recommend for a woman no more than one drink per day, and men no more than 2 drinks per day. They speak about some benefits of like having a glass of red wine. But what is there's something in the wine that come from the grape that I think we call resveratrol. You could just have your grapes. I love grapes. Have your grapes too. So ultimately, they speak about the benefits. That's why I said there are different studies out there, and some may contradict each other. But if you have a healthy lifestyle with your exercise, eating well, a balanced diet, you really don't need a glass of wine. But remember too, ultimately, some of these are big market. Not some of these, all of these. What we call spirits and wines and alcohol. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. And of course, studies can speak and push you in a favorable manner, a favorable light. And man, a conversation with a patient yesterday, and I'm going to get into trouble, but this is the end of the year. Let me speak it. He worked at the brewery for years. And we had a good conversation, and I challenged him. I said, the brewery, of course, make millions of dollars selling these spirits, selling these drinks, social events and stuff. And I said, I never really hear them supporting the healthcare system, giving donations. And because of these consumptions, we have so many persons coming into the healthcare system with end results of alcohol abuse. But it seems so separated at the end of the day when we have this end problem, but we celebrate so much of these events and these companies and these, and the healthcare system, I don't know of our healthcare system getting support when we need it financially, because the end result of having to care for these persons who would have consumed and abused these alcoholic beverages. I put that out there, somebody would not like that comment.
But it's the truth, because and it's funny that things that are not good for us we abuse, like the smoking, the drinking, etc., etc. And then we want to be saved once we end up in the problems, right?
And so that's where the healthcare comes in on the back end, but there seem to be no connection, no direct link, because then that part is long gone or quite removed from now the end care, and we're running back and forth trying to get the person health back up and giving them the necessary support.
Oh boy.
So we have to challenge each other.
Yeah, certainly we have to. But let's look at drinking safely. Are there any tips for that?
Yes, because persons want to say that we're haters. We're not really hating. Quit no I no contentia. We're just giving you the facts. And it's important. If you're going to have alcoholic beverages, of course, there's certain tips, because especially we come into this Christmas season and people say they want to let loose and relax. Eat before drinking. Try not to eat on an empty stomach, because you want to ensure that the alcohol that you consume, the food is like a buffer, and it doesn't get into your bloodstream so quickly and so creates those symptoms. Alternate with water. So if you have a glass of wine, then you have a glass of water, or you have a whiskey or whatever, then you have a glass of water. So try to make sure and set a limit before you go out. I'm only going to buy 2 drinks. That's my limit for tonight. And you could even just carry that money that is responsible for that. So each drink, I don't know, Quint, it costs $15. You have $30, and that's your drink money. So that kind of limits you as well, too. And do not have these drinking games. Oh, truth or dare, drink a shot if you don't want to. Those things are not necessary at all. All right? And know your triggers. So if you know that you're going into a situation where persons are going to be, I don't know, this dance in the middle of the night, late night, and persons, you want to limit the amount of alcohol, because you're going to put yourself into vulnerable situations, and you don't want to be isolated in a place and your inhibitions are limited. You can get hurt or even worse. So we want to make sure. And do not mix your alcohol with energy drinks and sedatives. We love to persons, and we're seeing that more and more, and it's being promoted on TV and in shows that you drop something and you get this high, or you smoke something and you consume alcohol. That's going to worsen and it has no benefit at all. All right?
None whatsoever.
And never drink and drive. Never, never, never. If you're planning in advance to go out with your friends, of course you want that person who's going to be the designated driver. And so take me with you. So I'm not going to drink, so I'll make sure I'll get you home safely. So you need a cartency in the group as well too. She's not going to drink, so that person is a designated driver. Because you think that you're fine, but then you are not. Your reaction time is limited, of course. And you take risks, you press on the pedal because you think it's fun and everybody's laughing. And then you get into a massive accident that can lead to loss of lives. And we do not want that.
Exactly. So, oh my gosh, the topic, we are already at the end of it. But since Greg wanted a story, there's this famous drink. I don't even want to call the name, but someone gave it to me. They know I like coffee. But I did not. And it says non-alcoholic on it, but it had in the other stuff that I didn't see the insignia on the side of the bottle. Listen, I was mashed up. Thank God I had a group of girlfriends. I was talking to them. But when I was looking at the phone, Doc and Quint, at one time the words are big, next time the words are small. And then I'm on the bed and I feel like the bed's taking me in like suction. And this is like maybe 3 years ago. And then I'm up again. And then one time I'm seeing orange and next time I'm seeing clear. That was the worst.
So you were out when that happened?
No, home.
So somebody
I
gave you
consumed
this
it at home.
Yeah,
So I had it in the fridge. I said, let me drink some. And then they say, oh, you have to consume the rest. I said, since it's coffee, I'm going to consume the entire
But it had
bottle.
alcohol in it?
No,
what was
non-alcoholic. The high grade. Weed.
Oh.
So that thing messed me up. I didn't see the insignia on the corner. It's a famous drink around these parts, but I won't call any name. But yeah, that messed me up. I threw up immensely. I was telling my husband. He said when he came in the door, he saw me like I was going to fall. I didn't know all of that. I had my head on an ice pack. I did all kind of things that day. I was spraying air freshener like to stay conscious and all of that, but it didn't work. So I have
and the thing about it, this is so important that you know what you're drinking. We also want to emphasize when you go out, don't put down your drink anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure you keep your drink with you all times. If you, as a women, especially if you go to the restroom and your drink is left there, when you come back, you need to order a fresh drink.
Exactly.
Let no one order your drink that you didn't see the bartender pour directly, and ensure that you know what your drink is, and have trusted people around. Because if you have trusted person around, in case you become intoxicated, you know that you have one or two friends who can take you home safely. But do not do this in new groups, in the persons that you're just meeting, because you do not know the character of these individuals.
No, I was home with my experience, so thank God for that. But
so we have to be very, very, very careful in our decision making, because ultimately when we lose that sense of self and that decision making, so your reaction time, your judgment, all of these things that are affected by the consumption of alcohol, it leads to death, it leads to being sexually violated, sexually transmitted infection, unwanted pregnancy, and a whole source of other complications. So we are emphasizing this in this period of the year because we know everybody's going to be out celebrating.
It's that time.
We want people to make wise decisions. That is always our goal, to educate, because we don't want persons coming up. I remember some years ago, you're probably too young to remember, Cortencia. This is years ago. Dr. Wilkinson, when he was a medical chief of staff, he called downtown and told them to end the carnival day. And they did. Why? Because persons were consuming so much alcohol. We had lots of stab wounds coming to the emergency rooms, persons hitting each other with bottles and creating just chaos. If you know you're there to have healthy, good fun, you have to expect that somebody's going to touch on you, somebody's you're going to have these little things. But once you consume so much alcohol, your judgment then and everything is heightened that we speak about. And I remember he called there and he said, listen, let's wrap up this dance, whatever it was that morning, because we were having so many persons coming to the hospital with injuries. So we do not want that for people. We want them to have a healthy and good carnival season and to be safe.
Yes, indeed. So thank you, Doc. It's always a pleasure having you in and you educating us on the variant topics. So you
The
have
gentleman asked about chicken eating. I think that was not
Oh
really
yeah, I have that.
anything,
What do you have against eating chicken?
Me personally don't, because I chose to live a lifestyle that's more accordance with a vegetarian lifestyle. I eat fish. They're healthy. Chicken, of course, the healthiest chicken we know is the chicken breast. You want to eat that. You want to make sure you prepare it without a lot of oil and stuff, but you can't eat that because we know we need protein, especially once we get above the age of 35. We lose at least 1% of our muscle mass as we get older, so we need lots of protein. If chicken is what you like, prepare it well, make sure that it's cooked properly so it's not infected with any salmonella, it's not left out. These are things we encourage, but I don't discourage anyone from eating chicken if they choose to, because it is a source of protein and not everybody can access things like fish. So I wanted to make sure I did not ignore that individual's question.
Okay, so caller, enjoy your chicken.
Yes.
Thanks, Doc.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
The holidays just got a whole lot brighter with the new $5 Holiday Stash scratch ticket. It's easy to play, packed with $1,000 prizes and many chances for you to win big this holiday season. So go ahead, treat yourself, spread some cheer, and stack some cash. Play Holiday Stash today at Caribbean Lottery agents and vending machines island-wide. Must be 21 years and older to play. Please play responsibly.
This Christmas, add postpaid for a festive win-win. We're gifting you a 50-inch smart TV or a $400 Amazon gift card. When you add a Flow postpaid mobile plan to your home internet, you can celebrate the most wonderful time of the year with a big screen or big shopping. Let us upsize your TV or clear your Amazon cart. Either way, you come out on top. Add postpaid to internet today for your festive win-win. Visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply.
It's the Hoswitz Building and Nevis Centers and Builders Paradise Black Friday Build Bonanza, the biggest builders event of the year. Get 25% off store-wide across every department, tools, tiles, paint, and more. 3 days of unbeatable deals, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday only. The biggest build event of the year. Build with us at Hoswitz Building and Nevis Centers and get everyday low prices at Builders Paradise. Terms and conditions apply.
Campari, Red Passion, embrace the mix.
Campari, Red Passion, full action, this is Red Passion. Embrace the mix, add Campari, make it turn and twist. Add your chaser in your drink. Campari, Red Passion, make the nicest mix. Campari!
Campari Red Passion. Embrace the mix. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Drink responsibly.
We're always so nice. We're treating you so right. It's Friday.
Celebrate Friday with 2 days of super savings at the TDC Home and Building Depots and Automotive Divisions in St. Kitts and Nevis. Shop your way on Friday 28th and Saturday 29th November and get 25% off in store and online at shoptdcgroup.com. Get everything you need before the holiday rush begins. This weekend, celebrate Saturday. Head to your favorite TDC retail store, the place for holiday savings. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. TDC. Together, we succeed.
Here comes the Mega Ball. You can win more with the Mega Ball. Pick 3 and pick 4 and you could get all.
Yes, playing Pick 3 and Pick 4 with the Caribbean Lottery just got more rewarding. Now you can win more with the Mega Ball. For just an extra $1, increase your winnings by $1,000 with the Pick 3 and a big $10,000 with the Pick 4. Don't wait, play today. Play Pick 3 and Pick 4 with the Mega Ball at Caribbean Lottery agents island-wide.
You ready to win a little extra? Then get on the ball.
Must be 21 and over to play.
Mom, the Christmas cookies are ready. Leave them right here under the tree for
Santa or for CIBC Caribbean. 'Tis the season for dreams to come true. Whether it's a house, land, vehicle, or upgrading your home, CIBC Caribbean can support your dreams with the financing you need. Enjoy incredible cashback deals with mortgages and land loans. Plus, your approved loan gives you a chance to win up to US $5,000. Apply now at www.cibccaribbean.com/sweeten the season. Terms and conditions apply.
This Christmas, add postpaid for a festive win-win. We're gifting you a 50-inch smart TV or a $400 Amazon gift card. When you add a Flow postpaid mobile plan to your home internet, you can celebrate the most wonderful time of the year with a big screen or big shopping. Let us upsize your TV or clear your Amazon cart. Either way, you come out on top. Add postpaid to internet today for your festive win-win. Visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply.
And we're back on Island Tea, and as promised, in studio with us, we have a representative from the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Miss Sanya, and she'll be telling us about the St. Kitts and Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce Business Excellence Award. So good morning, Sanya, and welcome to the studios of Island Tea.
Good morning, Cortensio. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Sanya Allen, as you've just indicated. I'm the Executive Director of the St. Kitts and Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce. And I'm here to just announce or to inform persons that we are relaunching our annual Business Excellence Awards. This year, it's going to be a really great show. But more importantly, we are launching this because we want to start to show the business community that we're not only about, and the general population, we're not only about profits. The business community in St. Kitts and Nevis is about people, the planet, and about impact. And this is important because we are supporting our ability to not only include the community, but also to lift up the lives of persons within the community through private sector involvement.
That's a lovely initiative, I must say. So you mentioned the relaunch of the Business Award. What makes this year extra special?
Well, first of all, we really and honestly reached a very large audience. We had over 1,000 votes because we put it out to the public, whereby persons in the general public could have voted for their company in the respective category. And we honestly have been working with our partners through United Nations, and I have to, if you know the young people say, send a special shout out to the United Nations office. They have really supported us in this event, particularly with regards to the United Nations Disability Inclusive Award. And so we appreciate their support.
All right. I see they said the voting was open to the public. How can the public vote, or how did they vote?
Oh, well, that is the very good question. The latter, how did they vote? Because we've closed the voting.
Voting. Okay.
We facilitated dissemination through our social media page, through Instagram, Facebook, We also, on LinkedIn, we also provided persons with a flyer and links so they could have gone on and accessed the form, and also our website, which I invite persons to visit, which we're also relaunching. We were able to go on to that and be able to vote.
Okay, you just spoke of the website. Can we get the handle for the website? I know we can't vote anymore, but just for perusal.
It is www.sknchamber.com.
Okay.
Simple.
All right, simple as that. So let me ask, why does these awards matter?
Primarily, as I indicated, we want persons to understand that the business community is involved in social, economic, and environmental upliftment of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. And so this is an opportunity to showcase those businesses that are actually involved in that. And that's why we have, these categories that we have listed here. And I just want to touch on them because they're very, very important categories. So we had the categories broken down into 4 areas.
Yes.
Right? We had outstanding business, we had the thematic awards, sector-specific awards, and special recognition awards. So in short, the outstanding business awards looks at the size of the business.
Okay.
And this is something that's important to us because there is this perception, that the chamber isn't necessarily as inclusive as it should be, but it is. We have a large number of small and medium-sized enterprises in the chamber. And we want to highlight 2 other companies that, we're here to support, and please come on board, bring your talent, bring your skills, and contribute. So we have the outstanding micro small business of the year, the outstanding medium business of the year, and the outstanding large business of the year. Then we go into the thematic areas. So we're looking at the Sustainability Awards, which looks at environmental stewardship, the Employee Engagement Award, and that's where we focus on people, and our Service Excellence Award, which we look at the companies that really give excellent customer service and satisfaction, and also include some innovation because remember we're talking about digital transformation, right?
Yep.
So we're also trying to highlight those companies that are pushing the forefront of that. We also have the Best Community Impact Award. So these are the companies that are really involved in the society and assisting with charitable outreach and development. And we also have the Good Governance Award because it is important to ensure that there is transparency and ethics in our leadership.
Yep.
And we have a few of our companies that really do, they're the benchmark, the pinnacle, I would say, in the region for that.
Okay.
So sector-specific awards, we're looking at the Excellence in Store, which is the safety to work. So we look at workplace health and safety. Exporter of the Year, so we're looking at the Outstanding Exporter for Performance and Quality. And then we have our 2 Special Recognition Awards. The first one is the Chamber Champion Award. This is to recognize either an individual or a company that has really dedicated their time towards advancing the work of the Chamber over the years. And then the award which I made mention of before, which is the United Nations Disability Inclusion Award. And this is also looking at those companies that are looking at the forefront of facilitating access and inclusion and helping to implement these sustainable development goals because the private sector is also involved in that, right? So I just wanted to indicate that these are the categories. This is what our companies are going to be awarded on the basis of. The votes assisted in being able to identify these companies, and it's going to be a heck of a night.
Yeah, I see over 100 nominations. That's a lot. That's really a lot. So that's a powerful lineup. It really captures the full spectrum of what business excellence means today in St. Kitts and Nevis. So let's talk about the event.
Yeah. It's going
details to be good. And invitation.
It's going to be good. It's open to the general public. It's going to be hosted at the Spice Mill restaurant.
Oh, nice.
We have a scrumptious menu. I would use the word inspired drinks. And we also have great entertainment from ASAP Band.
Okay.
I know that most persons in the Federation know the band.
Yes.
And we're also going to have the benefit of the night being hosted by the one and only Mr. Brandon Cranston.
Oh, and isn't he part of that ASAP Band?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And I see not only him, but the surprise host, so you really have to be there.
Indeed.
Okay. So I see this part. Why should we be there?
I think it's a great opportunity for members to celebrate each other. And it's also a great opportunity for companies that are thinking about joining the chamber to come and see what the chamber is all about.
Okay.
We're moving full steam ahead towards revitalization, strengthening our capacity as an institution, but most importantly, being able to see and recognize that our companies truly, and I have to hit home on that point again and again, are here towards the benefit of the social and economic and environmental development of St. Kitts and Nevis. So that's what that night is going to be about.
All right. Listen, y'all have me hungry already. So, folks, you have to go out. There'll be great tasting food, I can attest. I like eating at Spice Mill and the ASAP band. Listen, you have to go out. So, Sonia, can we encourage the folks? Can we remind them when it's going to be? Are there tickets involved? Where can we buy our tickets?
Very good question.
Okay.
So we have 2 ticket booths.
Okay.
We have one in Nevis, in our office in Nevis, in Charlestown. And we also have in our office in St. Kitts, which is in Fort Lands Road.
Yes.
So what I would say to you, if you want to get the directions, check our socials. You will get the information. Call us. We're at 465-2980.
Okay.
We're always answering our phones, so don't worry. And also, you can reserve online because, as we said, we're trying to move our digital transformation also within the chamber.
Yeah.
So feel free to get your information there.
Okay, can you remind us the date of the event and where it will be?
Of course, it is this Saturday, the 29th of November, 2025, and it will be at the one and only Spice Mill restaurant.
Alrighty. So I see here that there's the awards. It will be a key annual moment for the chamber?
Indeed, it is. It's something that we're relaunching and we're embedding for time to go forward. So this is not going to be just a one-off event. This is going to be continuous. So we're encouraging all our members, businesses and persons to come because this is going to be the start of something great. And let me just one quick thing before I forget. We start at 6 p.m. prompt. Cocktails 6 to 7, and then the awards start.
Okay.
So trust me, it's going to be a night.
So y'all hear that? I know here we normally think 6 means 7. She said 6, okay?
6.
So make sure you're there for 5.
Please.
All right, anything more that we missed that we need to add, Sonia, before we close out?
No, just to simply say thank you to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis for voting. And we are very excited to welcome you to this event. Remember the date. Get your tickets and come out and celebrate.
We didn't mention dress code. You know, sometimes we have to say dress code for people to follow. So what should our dress code be?
I would say cocktail chic because it's on the beach and we want to be able to look our very best as it's a night of elegance.
Okay. All right. So you heard it here first. Sonia, it was indeed a pleasure. I hope this is the first of many meetings and promotions that you'll do with us here at Island Tea and on WinFM when it comes to the Chamber of Commerce, okay? So thank you for coming in and letting the general public know what is happening and go out and support the event and be on time.
Thank you, Cortesia.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Mom, the Christmas cookies are ready. Leave them right here under the tree for
Santa or for CIBC Caribbean. 'Tis the season for dreams to come true. Whether it's a house, land, vehicle, or upgrading your home, CIBC Caribbean can support your dreams with the financing you need. Enjoy incredible cashback deals with mortgages and land loans. Plus, your approved loan gives you a chance to win up to US $5,000. Apply now at www.cibccaribbean.com/sweeten the season. Terms and conditions apply.
Here are your Hartsville's Value Mart IGA specials.
Running November 13 to November 26.
Now, our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Essential Everyday disposable containers, just $15.99. Orville Red and Barker microwave popcorn, $10.99. Blue Bunny ice cream is just $22.99. Downy fabric softener, $24.99. Gain liquid laundry detergent, $26.99. Renew's it air freshener is just $7.49. And now our very low weekly
value deals. Essential Everyday barbecue sauce, $7.99. IGN Essential Everyday cereals, $9.99. Essential Everyday spray cooking oils, $9.99. IGO Essential Everyday chunk light tuna, water and oil, $3.49. White Rain shampoo and conditioner, $5.49. The Colgate toothpaste, $7.99. Shop smart, shop value mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart.
protection, you need one who you can trust. To secure your investment, you need one who'll do you just. TDC Insurance, you're the one that you can trust. TDC Insurance, you're always safe with us.
TDC Insurance is your go-to insurance company for all your insurance needs. We take pride in offering you the best solutions and ensuring our customers are fully satisfied. TDC Insurance, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind.
You're always safe with us.
And we are back on Island Tea, just about 26 minutes after the hour of 9 in our studio. And Quinta had to smile just now when Sonia was talking about the nice cocktails. I'd be like, oh boy, Dr. Hira, she'll get us. But
Not
for
us, you know.
no, I mean, if she hear... but how you pull yourself out so are you over there? If it's me, it's you.
Don't implicate me.
Look at that. Yeah. Do y'all realize how my good partner over there is pulling out himself, you know? He running the board, you know. He don't understand. Me and him is one when it comes to these things, you know. But yeah, but we have to be careful. But as I said, I learned my lesson there. And then one time I was at a friend's house again. These things always happen to me at friend's house. And the drink tasted so nice. So we eating, you know, a nice little dinner. And I was in my friend's bathroom. It was all the people, so I know I'm safe. I don't have to worry. And boy, I never do that again either. So I know. I've been through my... We have a caller?
Yes, we do.
Hi, caller. Good morning. You're live on LNT.
Yes, morning again. You know, I shouldn't interrupt your experience, you know.
No, but that's the experience, man. It's not much. Yeah, as I said, I ended up in the bathroom. The spare bathroom.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, throwing up everything that I ingested.
Yeah. But actually, though, I remember seeing a study in the U.S. that young people are turning away from alcohol.
That's good.
Well, that might sound good, but one of the reasons behind it is apparently increase in marijuana smoking.
Oh, boy.
So so it would have been interesting to hear the doctor's perspective on which is worse.
But she did
what
mention
the combination does.
The marijuana and the smoking and the drinking, because that's a serious high day. And then sometimes I see the guys that are smoking the marijuana. I experienced this firsthand last year Carnival, because this young man was right in front of my fence. He has a Red Bull, he has a Rockstar, and he's still smoking weed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I believe it's things like those why a lot of young people are shortening their lives.
Yeah.
And when they get older, they are inhibited in so many different ways. Because as the doc was mentioning earlier, they tend to get in these competitions where they see who could outdrink whoever. And, you know.
It's sad, but, you know, not that it seemed to be more or less a social thing to use marijuana.
Yeah.
I just wondered, you know, which might be worse, alcohol or marijuana. The combination is bad, yes, but
I use neither, so I've never used weed, even though I have locks. People tend to feel that everyone with locks is, you know, but no, I don't use weed in any form, whether in liquid or smoke or cake.
The way I felt when I had that reaction with the weed, right? I don't know how people do it, and they drive. You see these young men driving and smoking, and it smells so horrid. I don't like the smell of it.
Neither me.
So I don't know how they do it, and I'm like, Lord Jesus, please take them safe. I never belittle them, because we're all humans.
My 3 sons use it, so.
Oh boy, but they don't drive when they use it. They don't add the extra sedatives and additives and whatever
I don't know. I don't monitor their lives like that. But it doesn't seem so, but I'm not. I can't swear on it.
And as Mr. McMahon said, because now people can use it socially. Yesterday I'm passing on the road and this young man is sitting down between cars, and I smelled it before I saw him.
Yeah, hold a while. We have another caller. Hello, caller.
Yes, good morning, Clint. It's me again, Winston.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, well, just to give my little input on that, if I cross 2 blocks from smelling weed, it's like I'm getting higher, getting busy. If I drink a beer, it's like I have to sit down and let me
So you're lightweight
myself.
then.
So I am not alcohol prone. But what I really call for, Quint, there was a C-17 from the U.S. Navy was in St. Kitts the other day. I haven't heard anything about. Anyone have any
Well,
insight?
I didn't know about that. This is news to me.
About what? About what?
A big
C-17 U.S. Navy.
US Navy plane.
I think that's an annual event.
Isn't that the Samaritan
they were
Purse?
Bringing in supplies. They were bringing educational supplies or something
I think
like
that's
that.
the
I don't think
Samaritan
there was
Purse.
anything
Yeah.
nefarious about.
Well, I will hope it. I will hope that it's for something of.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I mean, like how tension is in the Caribbean now. You never know.
We're too far.
What will be the instigation? What will be what? But I think there should have been a briefing. Now that tension are so high in the Caribbean, we need to know.
The public knew even before I knew, and I work up there. I heard them saying the plane's coming to bring something. So they knew before. I don't know where they get the information
Well,
from.
as Mr. McMahon suggested, it seems to be an annual.
Yeah, the Samaritan Purse. I think that's what it is.
Well, that's cool, but like I said, one have to be mindful. Hey, you never know.
Mr. Welcome, we're too far.
Okay.
Yeah, we're too far, man. They want people closer in the south. We too far. We almost north.
Well, here it is. One thing I'm gonna say, okay? Everybody have their preference, but I support the U.S. Not in everything, but I support the U.S. And what people got to realize.
Well, let me say emphatically, I don't support the U.S. I would not support the U.S. in this.
I know why I said it.
Some in the U.S.
and
don't
you,
support the U.S.
And you show the normal trend of people who say they want to be leaders in our country, who always seem to automatically side with the U.S. I don't know what it is about our leaders in this hemisphere, about our black leaders, who seem as if though from the time their umbilical cord is cut, they say, "I'm a U.S." You know.
Quint, let me express my reason. Don't just beat me up, so. That is the problem with me and you sometimes. You don't let me finish.
I mean, with all that you've heard us saying about U.S. hegemony and all that kind of stuff, and you want to be a leader and you're just jumping on the. I mean, it's your right. It's your right. It's your right. But
everything the U.S. go, and you have a difference. We all will have differences.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's your right. So you express it, and I'm saying, you express your alliance, and I express my non-alignment.
Yeah, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. But let me just go into two of the details why. I support the U.S. because of all things that everybody say about the U.S. in terms of that condemnation. Where the world is attracted to. What other nation we could say we're going to? Would we say we're going to China?
That is like saying there's a woman and she's been abused, and where does she go? Does she stay with the abuser that she has, which is the U.S. of A.? That is my answer to that.
That's a strange sense of logic there.
Huh?
That logic is strange.
Yeah. You mean my logic?
No. The gentleman's logic there.
Oh yeah. Well,
that because most people tend to be attracted to the U.S.
Yes, we should just stay with them.
Yeah.
Well, to tell you the truth, I could speak from my time here. I will not choose another country over the United States. Because you know what? I learned the good and the bad here, and I'm not willing to go learn the bad. Again, I'm too old for that. So guess what? We got to satisfy and be have a rule of engagement to make us comfortable. In the way, I'm not saying there is not better out there, but I'm comfortable with what I'm facing here. I'm not willing to go learn, just like a woman. It's hard. You have problems.
But who says you have to go and learn something? This is where you all misconstrued the whole thing. Who says you can't live your life? You can't associate. This is what we're trying to show you, is that the world is going down a different trend. When we do business in the future, if this trend unfolds, it's not going to be you're going to be forced into doing anything. It's going to be we get together, we decide our business interactions, we decide what I demand and what you're going to give, we negotiate, and we continue our lives.
But Quinn, the thing is, Quinn,
go ahead,
thing is,
Mr. Mahon.
It doesn't have to be all or nothing.
I
There are
agree.
some great things. There are some great things about the United States.
Yes,
but that
there
doesn't
is.
mean. But that doesn't mean. That does not mean that we cannot be critical of some things which are not so great.
That's what.
Okay,
Yeah,
that are not good.
I agree.
Right? You don't have to just simply because United States is in fact a beacon to the rest of the world in so many instances that they don't make mistakes. They do make mistakes. And when they do make mistakes, then one of the good features of America, well, up until now at least, is that you can express reservations about the things that are not going good, right? Freedom of speech, at least, you can disagree with your government, okay? Some say that is under threat, but at least up to now, you can, right? So it's not an all or nothing.
Yeah, I agree. And one of my main reasons, like you, there's a lot of things from the U.S. that we like. What I don't like is the U.S. policy of how you interact with them. For instance, I don't like that all of these Caribbean islands, if they're going to give you grants or if they're going to give you assistance, you have to sign off on all kind of things that you don't really want to be a part of, right? Example, one of them is I don't like the fact that they're trying to say that we must follow the trend of homosexuality. I hate it to the max. You understand?
I condemn that to the full extent.
I hate that, among other things, but that's one of the, and I don't like the fact that she has shown that if, rather than coming and saying, look, this is what we have, and we are part of a democracy, and this is where we feel that we should coexist and that kind of stuff, rather than threatening you and undermining your governments and financing the opposition, because mind you might have a government that is functioning good and doing good for the people, but if that government is not following what the U.S. wants, they finance the opposition, overthrow, and then next thing you know, they don't have a problem when the person who they put in power is obnoxious to the people, doing the people, as long as that person follows their policy. Those are the things I hate.
Well, you see, here we are, we have an alignment, because I don't like everything the U.S. do. I pick out all the good. I don't like everything our government do either. But there is some diligence about them too. Okay? I'm an opposition to the Labour government for reasons. I'm an opposition to something in Antigua. But let me tell you about the U.S. from this side. You see, anything the U.S. involved in anything, we all tend to focus on the president, to whom it may be. But the people of America, and I'm going to speak for the people of America, Americans has no beef, no butch, no buts with the rest of the world. Our leaders are who will hurt us at the end of the day. So people don't have butch with Americans. Americans are nice people. There are people like us. Okay? We share the same humanity. So let's separate.
Yes, that is all that is true. But the fact is, if the leaders have policies that are detrimental to other countries, we have to speak out against it. And not only that, there's a tendency in the U.S. to define patriotism as sticking with your government regardless to what they're doing vis-a-vis other countries. That's an unwritten rule, okay? And that can lead to a lot of harm, a lot of hurt in other countries, okay?
I agree.
But Quinn,
yes.
Can we bring it home a bit? I listened to the interview last evening, okay?
Yeah.
And
Yesterday, afternoon.
it with the Destiny people.
Yes.
And it confirmed our suspicions that both the NIA and the federal government knew a lot more about the Destiny project long before they alerted us.
Yeah, that is the impression
to
I'm
it.
getting from everyone
Yes.
who heard it. Yes.
Right? It kind of vindicated the lady who had asked the premier about if something was happening in the South, and he just kind of dismissed it as rumor mongering.
But even then, when the lady asked, because I remember I heard that happening, and even then his response alone, raised flags, suspicious flags.
Yes.
Right? The way
Well,
he just jump and says, I can't deal with rumors, and we were well aware that not only her but other individuals who had land in that proximity knew of what was going on, but they were going on the premise that because those who did not have land in that area were the majority, that they could fool them.
It was the classic reaction of a guilty person.
Yes.
You know?
Well, you couldn't put it better. You couldn't put it better.
But what he said also contradicted the Prime Minister's assertion that he was not aware of the project. It was just, he just knew it to be something in the air.
Yeah.
Right? When in fact, Jensen said that they were actually speaking to both the NIA and the federal government.
Yeah.
Okay? You know,
And if
I don't, and that is why, citizens don't trust the politicians.
Yeah.
They are not
Perfect.
upfront with us.
Perfect.
And interestingly, Jensen himself said he understands why people don't trust politicians. But he don't do it himself.
And I'm glad, and I'm glad you said that, because here's the thing, right? This is why our leaders never learn. They never learn, and we the people always pay the cost. Hear how he's emboldened and he can make his statement and he watch no face and he just says what he has to say, because these people are confident within themselves. You could imagine if these people are in control, what they will do and the kind of respect they will have for these very leaders. These leaders never learn. These leaders never learn.
You talk about boldness, Quinn.
Yeah.
He was very critical of the government in how they communicated the project. He let out that he had suggested that they have town hall meetings long ago, and that this was opposed by the government.
Wow, that's a big
one.
one.
He actually said that. Right? I found that very instructive. That a developer wants to disseminate information, and the people who we elect to serve and protect our interests don't want to do that.
Because they know the people going to say no. So they wanted to bring it at the last moment, hoping the people would say yes. I think they know.
No. But when you heard the man talk yesterday, right? You may be inclined to feel that, well, the project is not so bad after all, you know.
Yes,
right?
That is why I said they're emboldened. Yeah.
They
don't care. This is psychology at play. They don't care. They will throw anyone under the bus because they have their own agenda. Anyway, we're just about one more minute before we have to break because we have another interview coming up.
Yeah.
Last but not least.
We don't really have the time.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna, unfortunately, when I cut you abruptly, it's because so I've been told by my partner in crime. we're partners again.
Now you want to be back.
We'll take a bit of a break and we'll be right back.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
The clock is ticking. It's Hartsford's Building and Nevis Centers and Builders Paradise Christmas Countdown Sale. This Thursday, December 18 to that day, December 20. Enjoy 30% off store-wide all weekend. Plus 12% VAT on that day, Saturday, December 20 on everything you need before the holidays. Don't wait. Time is running out to save big before Christmas Day. Build with us at Hartsford's Building and Nevis Centers and get everyday low prices at Builders Paradise.
Here comes the Mega Ball. You can win more with the Mega Ball. Pick 3 and pick 4 and you could get all.
Yes, playing Pick 3 and Pick 4 with the Caribbean Lottery just got more rewarding. Now you can win more with the Mega Ball. For just an extra $1, increase your winnings by $1,000 with the Pick 3 and a big $10,000 with the Pick 4. Don't wait, play today. Play Pick 3 and Pick 4 with the Mega Ball at Caribbean Lottery agents island-wide.
You ready to win a little extra? Then get on the ball.
Must be 21 and over to play.
This Christmas, add postpaid for a festive win-win. We're gifting you a 50-inch smart TV or a $400 Amazon gift card. When you add a Flow postpaid mobile plan to your home internet, you can celebrate the most wonderful time of the year with a big screen or big shopping. Let us upsize your TV or clear your Amazon cart. Either way, you come out on top. Add postpaid to internet today for your festive win-win. Visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply.
'Tis the season for dreams to come true. There's Santa for the kids and CIBC Caribbean for you. Whether it's a house, land, vehicle, or upgrading your home, CIBC Caribbean can support your dreams with the financing you need. Enjoy incredible cashback deals with mortgages and land loans. Plus, your approved loan gives you a chance to win up to US $5,000. Apply now at www.cibccaribbean.com/sweeten the season. Terms and conditions apply.
Good morning again and welcome back to Island Tea. And it's just about... it's 47 minutes after the hour of 9, and as promised in studio, we have representative from the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. I just had a C, so I'm mixing it up. As we said, our premier or our number one tertiary educational institution in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. With us this morning, we have Mistress Danielle and Miss Brooks. So, ladies, good morning. Welcome to Island Tea. Welcome to the studios of WinFM.
Good morning. Good morning to you, and a warm welcome to all our listeners in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis and in the diaspora.
Take the lead, Mistress Danielle.
This is Laverne Brooks, the Business Development Officer, and myself. We are here at WinFM today to tell you about an exciting opportunity which will involve all of us here in St. Kitts and Nevis and in the diaspora and beyond. So, Ms. Brooks is the Business Development Officer, and I am the Director of Library Services, and we both are members of the organizing team of the Giving Tuesday campaign at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, the only indigenous tertiary level institution in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Okay. It is such a delight to be here. We thank WinFM for this opportunity. As we survey the scene in St. Kitts and Nevis, we see the excitement has started for our Christmas, and our national season of giving is finally upon us. Okay. But this year, we are doing something a little different. I'm sure you have heard about Black Friday sales and Cyber Monday deals and have taken advantage of them. Well, we at the CFBC, we want to do something a little different. We want to do something different this year. We want to hit the pause on shopping and focus on sharing. So we are delighted to announce our inaugural Giving Tuesday campaign. For those of you who are hearing this term for the first time, Giving Tuesday is a global movement that happens right after Black Friday shopping rush. It was created in 2012 to remind the world that the holiday season isn't just about what we buy, it's about what we give. It's a day for radical generosity that is celebrated in over 100 countries. And we are bringing that global energy right here to our CFBC campus. Giving Tuesday at colleges and universities is a global day for philanthropy, observed to rally students, alumni, community members, businesses, to raise funds for specific campus initiatives to improve campus spaces such as libraries, science laboratories, student programs, provide scholarship, support research activities. It's a focused opportunity for the local community, the diaspora, to give back to the Clarence Fitzroy Brand College, which was formerly called the College of Further Education when it was opened on the 26th of February in 1988. When CFBC progresses, the whole country, the whole Federation of St. Kitts Nevis also progresses. So we would like to get your support for our worthy cause.
Okay. So we see this event is on Tuesday, December the 2nd at 4 p.m. Do we come to the campus to donate? Because I see there's a scan to donate as well. What happens on that day?
During that day, what we're doing basically, it's a gathering, and we are asking persons, it's from 4 to 8.
Okay.
And you can come, spend an hour, but we also expect you to either give, to pledge, to provide, so it's either in service or in kind.
Okay.
And so nothing is too small, and whatever service you're offering, I'm thinking that it would be able to help CFBC. We are asking persons to, to come and mingle, because it will be our official launch, basically, of the gathering. It is something that we have had for over a long period of time. We have reactivated it.
Okay.
It's the brainchild of Mrs. Daniel.
Okay.
And so we want to put it there so that persons would understand that giving to the alma mater is important. It is a part of a worldwide system where persons give to the universities, to higher education. And so for us as a community, having our own indigenous institution, we're asking persons to give back to the institution. So we're inviting persons, and it's not just persons who would have gone under the banner of CFBC, but once you would have gone to the sixth form,
yeah, I see that here,
to the nursing school, to the teachers' college, Evening Institute, as well as the technical college. All of that now comes under the umbrella of the CFBC.
Okay.
So we are asking persons, mainly the alumni, to come and to support us in our mission.
I would also like to add that our theme for this year is that it's not just a theme, a slogan, but it's very powerful. Empowering education, inspiring opportunity. So to empower education, you have to help us to remove the barriers, financial barriers, whatever, improve our facilities, our spaces, and also help us to that will help us to provide an opportunity for our students, our most important resources.
And even if, for example, if you never had the chance to be whether in the sixth form, the technical college, the nursing, evening institute, most of these people still have children who would have passed through our hands. And so we are saying to them that you may not have the opportunity, had the opportunity to come to the institution, but your children and maybe your grandchildren have had that opportunity and will have that opportunity. And so we're asking persons to come and support us. You may say, I don't have money, but you may be a carpenter, you may be a plumber, right? If you are versed in certain subject areas, all of that is part of the giving. And so you can support us in kind also.
All right. And you said this is a revamp of what happened before, right?
We revised it to open it up more to the public. If persons who are hearing us and they are unable to come to the campus, we also have on our webpage on the cfbc. So it's cfbc.edu.kn. You click on the page and it also, there is a button that you can click on to also donate.
Yeah, that's a scan to donate.
Right, or you scan to donate.
Okay.
Right, on the invitation.
Oh, on invitation, so...
No, it's also on the page.
Okay. So this QR code is on the page. Okay,
right.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. You said invitation. So where does one get the invitation from?
No, it's an open invitation.
It's an open invitation.
It's an open invitation to persons in the Federation and or to visitors also.
Okay.
And we are not putting people into this box where you would have to dress up to come. It's a fluid situation. Persons may be coming from work, and so we're asking persons to join us. People might just walk in off the street, so we're asking you to join us also.
Okay. Anything to expect when we come to donate, or we just
when you come to donate, there are persons who will be greeting you. People will be. There will be interaction. There will be light refreshments. There will also be an MC who would interact with individuals, and also light music.
Okay, so the refreshments would be from the culinary department that is at this indigenous. Okay, good stuff. So all the better for them to come out and support the young people and what they are doing there. Mistress Daniel, anything to?
Yes, I want to encourage everyone to come to campus and see the good work, the great work that we are doing there, and make a contribution. I want it to be clear that we welcome donations, as Ms. Brooks has said, in cash and in kind. We are welcoming donations, great and small, because each donation can help empower education and inspire opportunity, as our theme says. Each donation can make a difference. Maybe you can fund new equipment, new books, or supplies that our students need in their studies. We will be happy to provide a list which you can source what we need. Just ask us what we need. Do not assume that what we need. Ask us whether it's financial support, material goods. Every bit will help to empower education. And if you can't make it to the gathering on Tuesday, don't worry. Our Giving Tuesday runs down to December 31st, 2025. So you have the whole season to get involved. Please come out next Tuesday. Join the gathering. Let's celebrate the season by investing in our greatest resources, our students. Investing in the only indigenous tertiary level institution in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis.
I want to make sure that we have this correctly. So on the 2nd,
it's a gathering.
It's a gathering.
But persons can start to donate from now because it has been activated. The system has been activated. Also, if you wish to give and you're in the bank, the National Bank, we also have an account at National Bank. We'll provide the account number shortly, and persons can donate. They will just have to indicate Giving Tuesday.
Okay, and the December 2nd is the only gathering. To continue the donation, as Mistress Daniel would have mentioned, it goes until December 31st. You have to scan or donate via the bank or wherever
Or you could
else.
even come to CFBC if you choose to
so
come
there's
to
only
CFBC.
one gathering.
There's one gathering.
Okay,
The
I just
second.
want the
However,
second.
if you, even after the 31st, if you wish to give, we also will accept donations.
All right.
Or pledges.
Okay. So just remind our listening public of the event, the date, the time.
It's Tuesday, 2nd December, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So you don't have to come and spend the 4 hours, but you can come and visit us.
Yes, and as she said, you don't have to dress up.
It's
but
fluid.
you can still come. Okay, and there'll be light refreshments. Remember, the students up there are cooking, so go and enjoy their delicacies that they have to offer. Ladies, it was indeed a pleasure having you both in studio with us this morning, and I look forward to seeing you again sometime, and I wish you the best of luck on this event, and may we all donate handsomely.
And remember, if you can't come,
Thank you, and thank you for
can
having
do it
us.
online.
Okay, you see, Ms. Brooks just said it. If we can't come, we could go and scan the code and give the money online, or if we're in the bank. Remember, they have an account that will be provided soon on your CFBC page.
Yes.
And that page is where?
cfbc.edu.kn.
Okay.
Or you could go on our Facebook page and the details will be posted also.
All right, no problem.
You can also spread awareness by sharing the campaign on social media using the CFBC hashtag.
All right.
Giving Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday, all righty. So thank you, ladies. All the best for the rest of your Tuesday, and thank you for visiting us.
Thank you for having us.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
The holidays just got a whole lot brighter with the new $5 Holiday Stash scratch ticket. It's easy to play, packed with $1,000 prizes and many chances for you to win big this holiday season. So go ahead, treat yourself, spread some cheer, and stack some cash. Play Holiday Stash today at Caribbean Lottery agents and vending machines island-wide. Must be 21 years and older to play. Please play responsibly.
This Christmas, add postpaid for a festive win-win. We're gifting you a 50-inch smart TV or a $400 Amazon gift card. When you add a Flow postpaid mobile plan to your home internet, you can celebrate the most wonderful time of the year with a big screen or big shopping. Let us upsize your TV or clear your Amazon cart. Either way, you come out on top. Add postpaid to internet today for your festive win-win. Visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply.
It's the Hoswitz Building and Nevis Centers and Builders Paradise Black Friday Build Bonanza, the biggest builders event of the year. Get 25% off store-wide across every department, tools, tiles, paint, and more. 3 days of unbeatable deals, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday only. The biggest build event of